Someone on the other side told me that he had to pee in bottles on the job to hit all this stuff.
Absolutely. You know, I'm guilty of the same thing.
Pull up alongside some bushes. Crack your door open just a little bit, just like that. See how there's a little opening at the bottom? That's all you need. Whip out your tallywhacker and empty tank.
Could this get any worse?
He pissed on the wall.
It just got worse. I feel like I'm about ready to state the obvious here, but nobody should ever have to pee in a bottle to keep their job. Yet, according to lawsuits and worker reports, that's exactly what Amazon's system has allegedly pushed drivers into doing. It's not about lazy workers, it's about a corporate machine that critics say is putting profits over people. And now those working conditions are at the center of a major lawsuit.
The lawsuit claims drivers aren't allowed even time to go to the bathroom due to the rigid work pace. They say they have to deliver 200 to 300 packages a day while the company uses high-tech gear to keep tabs on the drivers, things like GPS and in-truck cameras.
One of the more kind of disturbing stories that we've heard from workers is specific to drivers who have what we consider typical female anatomy. And one of the allegations in the complaint even says that, you know, there are examples of drivers having to call dispatch and ask permission to go get sanitary products.
A spokesperson for Amazon said that they want to make it clear that they encourage their delivery service partners to support drivers, and they say that does include giving drivers the time they need for breaks in between stops.
We also do not take breaks. They're just going to a public bathroom, okay? The reason why it's a trend is because we get timed by the hour, right? We're supposed to be doing 25 packages an hour. We can take breaks. So the reason why we also do not take breaks, right, is because when you stop for the bathroom or stop for a break, that 25 per hour does not stop. So you have a right to take a break and you have a right to use the bathroom, a public bathroom, but your scores go down. It's contradicting. I really wish Amazon could fix that.
So Amazon as a company says, we give you 2 15-minute breaks and a 30-minute lunch. However, your clock doesn't stop. According to Amazon delivery drivers that I see breaking the silence on social media, a lot of them are required to keep up the pace of delivering 25 packages per hour. But that clock does not stop when they take a bathroom break. And they need to hit that number, otherwise they become reprimanded or possibly terminated.
When was the last time that you pissed in a bottle?
Oh, today. Yeah, today. I mean, it's just like a thing, you know, every day. It's unfortunate, but we have to do it. You see it in the back seat, back there.
How does it make you feel?
It's honestly degrading, you know. It's kind of like, in a way, you feel like you have no option.
So I've spoken to drivers all over the world, and it seems to be the same everywhere.
What is it? This is the toilet.
And the reason that they piss in bottles is just because they're under such crazy pressure to meet targets.
The algorithm tells that he needs to make a delivery once every 3 minutes.
So they're being monitored by a dispatcher at all times.
I am like the dispatcher lead.
You get a direct monitor of how many packages everyone has done, how long they've been working, how many
Yeah, because let's not forget here, Amazon is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They have top-of-the-line technology. They are tracking drivers, they are tracking trucks, they are tracking when packages get dropped off, they're tracking everything. They know how often you stop, they probably know how often you pee. And of course, this hasn't been proven, but there's probably cameras inside the truck, so Amazon could very well be watching you take a piss in a bottle too. They've got eyes everywhere.
packages that are done, the percentages of them.
They don't give you enough time to schedule a break, and if you do, you'll probably end up going overtime.
They would call him and tell him, you are 10 package below the average today.
You know, people are going slow, usually end up getting fired.
If I'm looking for a McDonald's or for, I don't know, for a toilet, for a public toilet, they stop. Exactly.
Now I found out that every bottle of urine that is found in their car at the end of the day counts against them.
We go off like a point system, so it's like if you pee in a bottle and you leave it, and like you're gonna get a point for that.
How many points until they might have trouble?
Well, everybody has like their own system, so our point is 10-point system.
So then you get punished if you forget to take your pee bottle out of the truck? Like, that means that Amazon knows people are doing this. I'm sorry, but the fact that Amazon knows that drivers are doing this and they're allowing it to continue means that they support it as long as you keep your numbers up. That's gross. That's absolutely disgusting. Not the pee is disgusting, it's disgusting behavior on behalf of Amazon. That clearly Amazon knows that drivers feel forced to pee in bottles, and they use the bottles also as a way to punish the drivers using a point system if you forget to take your piss bottle out of the truck when your shift is over. Could this get any worse? I mean, damn.
Yeah. So there's fleets of Amazon vans all over the world chucking bottles of urine out their window. Amazon.
It just got worse. It just got worse. Now Amazon drivers feel compelled to chuck piss bottles out of the windows and litter the streets with them. Yeah, it got worse.
If you know anything about how Amazon treats its workers, you know about the pee bottle scandal last year. As a quick recap, Amazon delivery drivers and warehouse workers were saying that their days were so packed that they didn't have time to use the bathroom and were peeing in bottles, and even posted pictures of the pee bottles as proof. News of the scandal, of course, reached the political world, and Wisconsin Representative Mark Pecan tweeted about it. Amazon then responded to Pecan's tweet with, "You don't really believe the peeing in bottles thing, do you?"
Yes, we do, because we see people posting about it. I highly, highly doubt that all of these people claiming that they pee in bottles and showing their piss bottles on the internet, I doubt that's lemonade, okay? I believe it. Knowing what I know about Amazon, I believe it.
If that were true, nobody would work for us. But 18 months later, drivers are still posting photos of their pee bottles to social media. Some of the drivers we spoke to said it's a daily occurrence for them, and that because of their packed workload, they literally don't have time in their schedule to leave their route to find a bathroom. So how dense are their days anyway? Let's do the math. Drivers posted on social media that they average around 200 stops per route with around 350 packages. And the Department of Transportation mandates that they only have 10-hour days. It takes about an hour to load and stage the vans and get to and from the delivery hub, and drivers are given an hour total of break time. That means they have to make 200 stops in 8 hours, and if we convert that to minutes, we get around 2.5 minutes per stop. But some drivers say they aren't even taking their breaks because they want to be able to get home. And so, pee bottles. 18 months ago, Amazon apologized for its tweet to Pecan and said it would try to remedy the situation. But drivers say the company has still done nothing.
Yeah. I doubt they've done anything.
Hey man, if you tired of working for a company that won't let you go to the bathroom and they underpaying you and they monitoring your bathroom stops, hey man, go on leave Amazon, man. They don't pay y'all nothing anyway, man. Come on over here to UPS, you know what I'm saying?
Come on over here to UPS. I hope UPS is better.
I take about 5 bathroom breaks a day, okay? My route never gets behind. I actually get done pretty fast, okay? And we get paid double what y'all get paid. Hey man, shout out Team UPS, okay? Always better than Team Amazon, man. Come on over here to the winning side. What can Brown do for you, okay?
Does anybody out there work for UPS? Can you confirm that working for UPS is much better than Amazon? I mean, I bet they are, but double the pay? Really?
A driver accused of doing much more than delivering a package to a Riverside man's front door. Ring video here shows the driver making his delivery yesterday. Then he relieves himself at the door. The man who lives there says the shocking scene was made worse because he was in the process of showing his young daughter how the front door camera app works when they both watched this all unfold.
We're just kind of showing her the app on how it works and, like, you know, checking the alerts. And this is the Amazon driver, right? And he's doing a normal thing until that goes on. And, you know, that was an awkward moment for my 8-year-old daughter to experience there.
Wow. Well, Bowen says he understands being a delivery driver can be tough, but he's hoping somebody will have a conversation with this driver.
So the question I have is, did this guy pee on this customer's porch because he had beef or he was pissed? Pun not intended. Or was he relieving himself because he didn't want to pee in a bottle in the truck? Like, was he like, well, I'm out of the car, nobody's standing around here, so I'm just gonna pee real quick on this guy's porch, nobody'll know. Did he not notice the camera though? Ugh.
Us professionals have bottles with us to take a pee in. I think everybody knows that by now. But let's just say you don't have a bottle with you. Here's how you do it. Pull up alongside some bushes. Crack your door open just a little bit, just like that. See how there's a little opening at the bottom? That's all you need. Whip out your tallywhacker and empty tank. All right? Now, ladies.
I was about to say, what about the ladies? We can't pop a squat and aim for that teeny tiny little crack. The ability for women to aim is nearly non-existent unless we have a shiwi. Is he about ready to sell us an Amazon product link for a shiwi?
I know y'all can't do that.
Yeah.
So the chicks that I work with, they're sharpshooters. They can put it into a Dasani bottle. But I would recommend a wide mouth 44-ounce fountain drink cup. That'd probably be the best. So you don't have to have precision. Oh, I haven't had to do this, but one of my buddies told me that he had to.
Oh my God.
Look, I get the need that we gotta pee and all that, and most of us do it in the back cargo space back here. But why do you feel the need to throw this shit out here on the pad? Like, yo.
Because if they leave it in the truck, they're gonna get reprimanded. Like what, 10-point system? Is that what that supervisor said? Yeah, they gotta get it off the truck. They gotta get it off the truck, so just fling it out of the window. That's so gross.
Amazon delivery man decided to leave more than the package today. He pissed all over the front of the house with no regard.
I gotta go right now.
Oh my, he pissed on the wall.
Again, is this the kind of situation where this guy wanted to retaliate against the person that he was delivering to in some way, or did he just really need to go? If that's the case, hit up a fucking bush on the way back to the truck. Ew.
Amazon workers use bottles instead of bathrooms when delivering your packages. Here's why. Back in 2001, their founder's freaking out because he's got all these competitors and his costs are skyrocketing. But then Jeff has a breakthrough. He realizes we hate waiting, so the faster packages arrive, the more we buy. So Amazon launches 2-day shipping and sales explode, which makes Jeff a billionaire. Except Jeff wants more, so he wonders if 2-day shipping makes billions, how much would 1-day shipping make? So he promises next-day delivery. Except that's insane because drivers will need to make 200 stops a day. So Amazon creates perfectly optimized driver routes, which makes 1-day shipping possible, and Amazon's growth explodes. But then disaster strikes because people find these bottles in Amazon vans, so journalists investigate and say Amazon's treating drivers like animals. Except Amazon says it's fake news because drivers have access to bathrooms, but they leave this out. Amazon tracks drivers' every move and considers time off task theft. So drivers hustle to make next day deliveries and bottle up.
And how many packages are you usually delivering a day?
Currently, I'm delivering anywhere from 300 to 400 packages a day.
A typical day, I always exceed 300.
300 to 400 packages.
To 400 packages.
It's become the new normal for 350 packages. Years ago, that was only during peak. Would you ever see 350 packages? Now it's gone crazy. That shouldn't be a doable route, 350.
Yeah, me personally, I'll pee in bottles at work every day. I mean, it's like a common thing that we're doing, you know?
Someone on the other side told me that he had to pee in bottles on the job to hit all of his stops. You hear stuff like that?
Absolutely. You know, I'm guilty of the same thing. You know, in the last 6 months, I think I've used the public restroom about 5 times.
You don't even have time between stops to...
No, because we're held to a quota.
So I imagine if you're delivering more packages, that means you guys get paid more, right?
Absolutely not. We don't get paid per package. We get paid hourly.
So what kind of raise have you seen? You must have gotten a huge raise if you're doing double the packages, right?
Absolutely not.
So your wages have stayed stagnant.
I'm at $22.75 after 6 years. This new raise that went out for the minimum wage, $21.50. I'm at $22.75.
So what's it like living off $22.75 in this area? I mean, you know, are you able to make it? Like, what are you hearing from your coworkers?
No, I'm the sole provider. I have 5 daughters. I have 3 still left at home. The other 2 are grown. So I budget every payday, every last dollar. And I can't afford the little things in life. Those are the things I'm fighting for. We're not greedy. We want a fair day's pay for a hard day's work.
We do, I would say, get paid just a bit more. I think it's like maybe 75 cents more because there's 2 different vans here. You got a step van and then you have the Ford Transits, and we're step van drivers, so we used to have that incentive of $1 more, but now we're even across the table.
So that's the price of having to pee in a bottle at work is 75 cents an hour.
75 cents. Some people get 10 cents, sometimes less, though.
That's despicable. In May of 2023, 3 Amazon delivery drivers in Colorado filed a proposed class action lawsuit against the company. The claim was that Amazon's strict delivery quotas and their surveillance systems effectively denied them basic restroom access. According to the filings, if a driver stopped for a bathroom break, it would inadvertently put them behind schedule, which would often lead to discipline or termination. The lawsuit also argues that these policies disproportionately harm women. While some men may manage to urinate in bottles, female drivers describe being forced into degrading or unhygienic situations, including using dog waste bags just to try to keep up the pace of their deliveries. And of course, Amazon denies these claims. The company says that it already provides all of its drivers with 2 15-minute breaks plus a 30-minute lunch break. And it references the fact that the driver app actually shows locations of nearby restrooms. But drivers are still arguing that taking those breaks means risking late deliveries. And Amazon's tracking schedule penalizes them for falling behind. One of the biggest fights in this case right now isn't even about bathroom access. It's about where this case can be heard. Amazon is pushing to move the lawsuit into private arbitration, arguing that all of these drivers actually signed agreements through third-party delivery services. Arbitration would actually block the case from proceeding as a class action in open court, forcing these drivers to fight one by one behind closed doors. The plaintiffs' lawyers are trying to argue that Amazon exerts so much control over its drivers that it should be held accountable in court and not shielded by arbitration clauses. So where exactly does the lawsuit stand today? As of now, it's still pending. The court hasn't ruled on Amazon's motion to compel arbitration, and the class has not yet been certified. Those 2 decisions, arbitration and class certification, will decide whether this becomes a landmark workers' rights case or gets buried in private dispute resolution. For now, drivers are just waiting around to see if they will be heard in court, and Amazon is fighting to keep it out of public view. Lawyers are saying that this is not just about bathroom breaks, it's about basic human dignity. The case highlights how one of the world's most powerful corporations balances worker health and rights against delivery speed and profit margins. If the drivers succeed, the outcome could force changes not only with Amazon, but across the entire gig and delivery industry. Amazon insists that all of its policies are fair, but drivers in reality tell a very different story. Here's the bottom line. If your workers can't even seem to find the time to take a bathroom break, that's not innovation. It's straight up exploitation. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. While you're down there, please do remember to give this video a thumbs up. If you like content like this, also make sure to share it and spread the word. Please double check and make sure that you are subscribed and ring that notification bell. That way you're notified whenever I post my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.